Carroll with his 5th point.
You know, I really like the way Brandon Knight is playing professionally. I mean, he's coming, he's not slacking off just because this is summer league. He's playing just like this is a regular season game. Oh. Vince, athletically, you really don't see big man do that. Grab the ball, rebound with one hand, come down with it. He's showing great athleticism, this kid.
Yeah, that was impressive. Take another look, Kendall.
You can see him come out of nowhere, grabs the ball with one hand. Athletically, this is very tough to do, even for a guard. Now you're seeing a guy 6'11", 280 pounds, just reach up there and get it done.
So this is going to send. Now we're going to inbound here as Gaffney is set to inbound. Tony Gaffney. And Detroit has not subbed a player yet.
They haven't. They're serious.
I guess.
They want to win this whole thing.
They want to, they want to walk away with this Summer League trophy. Oh, look at Murphy.
Great shot
on
by
the baseline.
Great dribble drive. Couple bounces, pull up and take the jump shot. Makes you very hard to guard when you can do that.
Kevin Murphy, 2nd round pick, 6'6", out of Tennessee Tech. He can score the ball, folks. He ran the OVC. He was playing there.
Okay, now see, that was a rookie move by Drummond, okay? He had a nice move, faced up Enes Kanter, took the ball a couple dribbles, went up for the shot, what he should have done, and what you'll see right here, he faces him up, takes a couple of dribbles, one dribble, goes up for the shot. Later on in his career, he'll understand, pump fake the guy, go into his body, then he'll go to the foul line.
And results in a jump ball that Detroit will control. Scramble, Stockton has it, and ahead to Gaffney with 2 hands.
Hey, his dad was all defense a couple of times, I remember. Now he's trying to make the all defense summer team.
Now it's a 1-point game. As we are about 1:35 here in the opening quarter. English. Good kick, just a little too much for Singler in the corner. But I like what English is doing. I like the way he handles himself on the floor and moves, Kevin.
Absolutely. I like the way he moves. I like the way he's being aggressive, and that's the one way that you get coaches to notice you. As we said in the pregame show, that one of the things that you want to do as a basketball player in the summer league, you want to get coaches to notice you, and he's got everybody's attention so far because he's been so aggressive.
Kanter out high. Now Stockton. And we have a kick ball.
Actually, Detroit is playing some pretty good defense, too, in this first quarter. I mean, you know, they've come out and they've shut the lane down. Most of the shots for the Utah Jazz have been from the outside, so they're playing decent defense as well.
They're going to try to keep going inside and see what they can do against young Drummond. And there's Kanter. And that's the kind of move you were talking. That's a veteran move.
That's a veteran move. And Larry Johnson used to call it fat man moves when I played with him with the Charlotte Hornets. That was a true fat man move right there by Enes Kanter.
Kanter's first basket of the game. He has 3 points. Singler not shy in the corner, back of the iron. And that is going to go to thought it was going to go to Detroit. It's going to go to Utah. Under a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Stockton, left hand off glass.
Hey, Stockton is really showing me something here. He's more athletic than I thought he was. That was a great play off of the dribble using the left hand. Of course, he is left-handed, but great play by the young fella.
You know, those pickup games when you don't know a guy's left-handed yet,
right.
And he makes that first one, you go, nice left.
Exactly.
And he's like, yeah, thanks. Then you find out he's left-handed.
He's left-handed, right.
Austin Day does not go. Here's Kevin Murphy pushing. Carroll inside to Gaffney. What a great look.
Textbook fast break. Murphy did a great job throwing the ball up the court. Then they did a great job of running the court, getting the easy basket.
It's a 5-point lead for Utah. Look at Stockton. Right up, nice shirt.
He's not afraid of him. Hey, yeah, you're first team all rookie, but I'm trying to make the squad too.
2 seconds, got to shoot from half court. Good if it goes. Oh, almost. As it is.
Both on the offensive end and the defensive end in the first quarter, holding the Detroit Pistons to 37% shooting.
Utah doing some substituting here. Selah Marjorie is on the floor. He is a big center from Tunisia.
Really long arms on this guy. I mean, I'd like to see the wingspan on him.
I'll see if we can dial him up in player metrics. I don't know what's in that player metrics. They have everything in there. Bank account numbers, shoe size.
I'd like to have some of these guys' bank account numbers. You know, seeing as I've been retired for about
not
6,
really.
7 years.
Not really. But it's been fun. You know, how about the atmosphere here? We talked a little bit about this before. It's almost like there's a reverence here. It's not a lot of cheering. It's very business.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you know, we're used to seeing stadiums that are packed that have fans cheering. There's a buzz in the air, music going. Right now, this is just truly pickup basketball. I mean, structured pickup basketball. But it's good because, you know, only the media are here, scouts, coaches, people that really get a chance to hone in on these young players and see what they can do.
Oh. Macklin with a miss. Here come the Jazz again. They really pushed the ball. Murphy pulled the trigger and missed, and now back come the Pistons.
Brandon Knight with an excellent find and was just unable to knock the shot down. And Brandon Knight is doing an excellent job running the basketball team. He just needs his teammates to make a few more shots for him.
And coming into the game is Yancey Gates from Cincinnati. He is big.
Yes, he is.
6'9". He's listed at 289, a rookie free agent.
Looks like a DN out there.
Sure does. Get that shoulder low and rush the quarterback.
That's right.
Again, Detroit with 8 rookies on their summer league team, and that's why you have to have that veteran presence. It's so important.
Which they do, and it's good, you know, because one, you have the veteran presence, and two, you have the opportunity where you don't have so many veterans where the young players don't get an opportunity to play.
Good save by Knight. Chris Middleton's on the floor, number 32 for Detroit. Their second-round pick. Oh, almost a great follow by Macklin. Knight battling, swatted away from behind, but fouled.
Knight amongst the giants, getting a rebound with all the 7-footers down there. I'll tell you what, Stockton is really giving Knight some problems on the defensive end. You can see right here, the Detroit Pistons battling for the board, and he did a la Rajon Rondo, sticking around for the offensive board.
That mojo back.
He did, and and this is exactly where you get your mojo back. You play all summer long, and this is the one thing that he's doing, and he has to find his niche. As a player, he shouldn't settle for the jump shot all the time. He should do what he just did on the previous play, take the ball to the basket.
Oh, Drummond with the putback.
That's a man move right there, Vince. Actually got the ball stuck on the rim and still had the strength to throw it down.
An outstanding job. And again, we talked about what good hands this young man has. 18 years old. Take another look.
Ball comes off of the rim, again showing that athleticism. Ball gets stuck on the rim and still has the ability to throw it down with his strength.
And the free throw again. Come on, big fella. Oh, my goodness.
I have never seen 2 air balls in one game before. Now, that's the first for me.
Honestly, I mean, I knew it was bad coming in because they talked about it at UConn. It's under 30% in his season with the Huskies, but once again, he kind of hooked that to the left.
Somebody opened the door over there and the wind blew. That's what happened.
No, he's got to get rid of that hook. We're around all the golf areas here in Central Florida. He better get to the range.
But then he comes back and he makes a great defensive play right there. I mean, he does a great job on the defensive end.
Dave.
Once again, pump
down for Utah, and there's Michael Stockton. Good help. Good help by Day.
Good help by Day. He's also playing an excellent second half as well.
Here's Day. He thought about it. Kim English.
Great play, though. Great patience by Day. Great curl by Kim English coming around.
Murphy with a look down low, and whoa, we got a collision. Woo-hoo.
Stockton getting up tough just like his dad, not staying down.
Yeah, that was Stockton and English getting tangled up. Let's take another look.
Oh man, you really
goodness.
took him out. They don't have any bounties out like in the NFL. They
No,
like a bounty.
no, not that I know of. Of course not.
No, of course not.
NBA would never.
No.
Whoa. Tough shot by Murphy, doesn't go. English again going to the hoop strong. He's fouled. I'll tell you what, we've said this a couple of times, but I like Kim English and the fact that he's a decision maker. He makes that decision to go, and off he goes.
Absolutely. I love his aggressiveness. I mean, right here, he's just taking the ball through Stockton right there. And that's the one thing that you're supposed to do when you go to the basket. You're supposed to go hard or don't go at all. And that's the one thing that English has been doing throughout this game. That's why he's having an excellent basketball game.
He was the 44th pick in the draft just under 2 weeks ago. 36% shooter or better in each of his 4 years at Missouri. So you know he can score. Had a disappointing finish to his college career, though, as Missouri was beaten by Norfolk State in the NCAA tournament second round. So that's sort of a sour way to leave school, but this is a wonderful chapter now in his basketball career.
Right, he's trying to make up for it right now. I actually had Missouri going to the Final Four, unfortunately.
You might want to have a talk with Kim maybe after to find out what happened. Cantor leaves that short. Here comes Detroit again. Singler. Boy, Singler has looked good in this game.
Singler's really looking like a true NBA player. Went over to Spain, as we said before, last year, honed his skills, and now he's come back better than ever.
He leads all scorers with 14, 6 of 8 from the field. Playing very confident basketball. And I guess that can do that. You know, you mentioned that earlier, that some guys, you know, they go away and they're sort of isolated in their game overseas, and they get themselves together. Maybe they find something out about themselves.
They do, you know, and they get an opportunity to get one season of professional basketball, maybe not at the NBA level, but professional basketball nonetheless, and get your confidence, and that's exactly what Singler is displaying out here today. I mean, he's looking like a legit NBA player.
It's now a 9-point lead. Make that a 12-point lead.
And there's that man again, English, being aggressive.
Sorry, that was a 2. No, that was a 3. That was a 12-point lead now. Troy came out here in the third quarter. They have outscored the Jazz 28-7 to turn this basketball game around. And Singler's been a big part of it. But not there.
You know, Singler's got the hair going in his face and everything. I mean, it's not affecting his shot.
Nope.
I kind of like the hairstyle. Think I could rock that? Maybe not now.
Nah, well, my days of trying that are over. I know that. But I gotta.
Vince, you have a beautiful head.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I don't want to hear
But I got a couple of sons that might be able to make it work. In fact, my oldest is making that look work.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, man.
That's pretty sweet.
I always wish I could have hair like that.
Okay, we have a clock issue, so we're getting that squared away. But Singler has been outstanding. 14 points in the game. And that leads everyone. Utah going cold here in the third, and Detroit imposing their will. Graham working on Singler, and Mashri with the screen. Stockton, high floater, doesn't go. Big rebound by Mashri. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. And Austin Day is whistled for the foul.
Unfortunately, Brandon Knight went a little bit too soon on that pick and roll. Got his teammate Day a foul right there.
Well, you liked Detroit. Again, playing inspired defense here in the third. There's Drummond moving his feet. And Drummond with another rebound.
Not only playing defense, but getting out and running their offense with a purpose. See everybody moving. You see Brandon Knight right there penetrating, looking for his teammates. They're playing really aggressive basketball. Do that.
Well, it's very odd for Utah. They have 2 lottery picks from last year here starting in Summer League in Alec Burks and Enes Kanter. And there is Michael Stockton, the son of John Stockton, out to Damari Carroll, who misses from 3-point range. And here come the Sixers and Mr. Pullen.
Now, what Utah probably will try to do, they'll probably try to establish early. And there's our man on cue, Harkless, being aggressive at the beginning of the game. He was not aggressive yesterday. But what Utah wants to do is establish that man right there early. Kanter knocking down the shot. As I said before, don't force the game, let it come to him. And that's what he did on that instance.
Well, right on cue, the 2 players we talked about hitting, and there's Pullen also contributing. So he knocks down a 3, and we have action right away here on day 2. You know, sometimes, and I'll refer to you, as Silas hoists up a 3, you settle in a little bit in that game 2. What's the big difference from game 1 to game 2?
Well, the big difference is you don't, all the nerves have gone away. You've already got that first game under your belt. You know, you've seen, as I mentioned yesterday, Doug Collins on this baseline, Larry Bird on that baseline. So, you know, all of that nervousness is out of you. Now you're going to settle down, you're going to play, and it makes for better basketball. I'm sure that we'll see a lot better basketball today as opposed to yesterday.
And we talk about the veteran lineup for Utah, and Damari Carroll also in that mix. There's Kanter working down low, and he can't get it to go. And it is pulled away by Mr. Harkless. Solomon Jones, the Wiley veteran. There's Stockton picking up some floor burns in Summer League.
Great play. You know, defensively yesterday, he made some pretty good plays, and he starts off in the first quarter, makes another great play as far as getting around men. And now he's a smaller guy, but he's quicker, so he gets around the offensive man and knocks the basketball away. Great defensive play.
Michael Stockton played his college basketball at Westminster. Silas fading as the shot clock winds down, and Kanter comes up with a rebound. Here come the Jazz. Boy, Gaffney, I don't think, knew exactly what he wanted to do on that pass.
Yeah, for all the young players out there, you don't jump in the air and pass the basketball because you're going to get caught up, as Gaffney just did right there. Just luckily, the Utah Jazz were able to get the ball back.
Gaffney, nice shot.
Gaffney's a nice player. I had the opportunity to watch him in the D-League, and, you know, in Utah, paid his dues up there. Now showing a little bit of his jump shot from 15 to 17 feet. You know, he's known as a dunker, but he does have the ability to step out and knock down that jump shot.
We talked about the atmosphere yesterday. It's not exactly a library, not exactly a church, but it's awfully quiet for a basketball game as all these watchful eyes are on the players.
Yeah, it's very quiet in here. I mean, you have all the NBA execs around watching their players. You know, they're really just here to study to see what they have. I mean, you're not going to see too much or hear too much cheering in here today, besides between you and I, man.
And the drive by Burks results in a foul. So he'll go to the line. And we want to review for you some of the different rules for Summer League. 4 10-minute quarters, 5 full timeouts per team per game, 1 20-second timeout per team per half. And teams will be in the penalty in the 15th foul of each quarter. Interesting in Summer League, you can't foul out. For each personal foul in excess of 6, the opposing team receives 2 free throws. If you're in excess of 10, the opposing team 2 free throws in the ball. If you're in excess of 10, you might have issues.
you might have a lot of issues, and you might want to seek a profession in UFC, because 10 fouls is a lot of fouls. That means you're doing a lot of hacking out there.
There's Harkless on the block. Locking up with Carroll. Searcy, no. Catter comes away with it. But I like what you're saying. They're trying to get to Harkless and get him some action down near the basket.
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, he didn't get back on defense that time. I mean, that's a player that has not been around too long, a young player move. But in the future, he'll learn that. But the one thing that I like, what I see from Harkless today, is that he's a lot more aggressive as opposed to yesterday when he came out and he was just going through the motions.
Good pass, Silas, to Searcy on that one. Burks hits the three.
Nice shot by Burks, and Burks put together a nice game yesterday with 10 points. And, you know, he's another guy that has enough talent to be a very good player in this league. He just needs to find his niche and get the confidence that he needs. But the past two league is for. That's when you want to get a look at these guys, but maybe they'll get the opportunity today.
Well, Justin Williams is one of them. He did not play, but he is on the floor for the Sixers right now. Burks' pass is knocked out of bounds. Opening game of day 2, 4 games on the slate here on NBA TV. We are glad you are with us to watch some of this Orlando Summer League 2012. And those players who are battling for spots and maybe even a shot at camp with teams, these or others. Silas pushing a pull-up, short.
Wasn't a very good shot by Silas. I mean, he went 1-on-4 that time as a point guard, and you see that you don't have the advantage. You want to pull that basketball out.
Tough shot by Burks goes. And one.
Burks once again being aggressive. He's building upon the game that he had yesterday. Driving in the lane that time, didn't settle for the jump shot, got into the middle of the lane, a sweet spot. You can see him one dribble here. The acrobatic shot knocks it down.
And again, I think we could talk about the fact that if you're a young player, what you want to do to showcase your skills here, but maybe not come out of your comfort zone, not try to do too much, Ken.
Exactly, stay within your game, and I think that that's exactly what Burks has done. I mean, he's noted as a shooter, as a scorer. He's knocked down a nice long jumper to begin the game with, then switched it up, took it off of the dribble right into the lane. This is what you want to show the coaches, that you have all the intangibles.
That's Blake Ahern checked into the game, passing to Jones. Is it me, or did Ahern find a barber here in Orlando?
I think
since
that he
yesterday?
did. Either that or he cut his own hair. You know, I know a lot of NBA players that cut their own hair. He could be one of them.
That might be a self-cut.
Self-cut, that's the first time I've heard that.
Tough drive and a foul.
Once again, Burks doing the right thing. I mean, that time he took the ball all the way to the rim, went to the free throw line once again. You can see him right here, getting past the defender, going into the big man, using his body, drawing the contact.
And that's how you score. You get yourself to the free throw line.
You know, there's a big misconception that you have to be a great shooter in order to be a great scorer. That's not true. I mean, you have to get to the free throw line most of the time. That's the secret way to score in basketball. Get yourself 8 to 10 free throws a game, a couple of fast break points, and then shoot a couple of jump shots. You got maybe 20 points.
Well, you know, I apologize. Zach Rosen is the player on the floor. It is not Ahern. That is Zach Rosen. And not only had the teams, but had the players confused as well. But they look alike. They somewhat resemble one another. And Zach Rosen is a player we talked about who did not get an opportunity to play yesterday for Philadelphia, but has checked into the game. And he is from Penn and a local guy.
A great block by Williams.
Here's Gaffney alone.
Tell you what, Gaffney is a guy that can get out on the fast break and make things happen. Pretty tall guy, 6'8", 6'9". Getting out on the break, you can see him right here, and has the ability to put the basketball on the floor and go where he wants to go. Makes him a nightmare to guard in the fast break.
Cedric Simmons got him going to the basket, so Gaffney will be shooting. No, you're right. Gaffney had some really nice aggressive plays. He made things happen. He played good defense. He runs the floor pretty well, too.
Yeah, runs the floor great. And he's a great dunker, great finisher. It's the type of guys you want to have when you get out on the break as a point guard. And here's our man Holiday. He played great yesterday, just checking in the game.
He's the older brother of Drew Holiday, Justin Holiday. So we have a couple of guys at point here from smaller schools, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, you can't play the game. You just have to play a little differently sometimes.
Well, you have to play it a little differently, and, you have to show the ability to run the basketball team, especially. And that's unfortunate because, I think that a young player of his caliber needs these basketball games in order to establish his confidence early. Hopefully he'll just be out for the rest of the day and will be able to come back tomorrow.
Philadelphia shot 44% in the first half to take a three-point lead. And that helped offset what Alec Burks did with 17 points to lead the Jazz.
And Alec Burks did a fantastic job of, one, scoring the basketball, and two, playing defense in the first half. He just needs somebody else on his team to help him out on the scoring end.
Pull and misses. Jones keeps it alive. And the finish by Mr. Holiday.
Now Harkless is out. Holiday has to take advantage of his opportunity to play. This is his time to showcase himself. When somebody else goes down, someone else has to step up.
Cantor on the block, kicks it back out. Carroll's going to shoot the jumper, and no good. Sixers have it. Searcy comes down with a rebound. Pulling, pretty good look down low.
That was a beautiful play by Pulling. Hesitated, didn't force anything, waited for the lane to open, drew the defense. Nice pass. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the ball to go into the basket. You see him right here, waits for the lane to open up. Beautiful pass, draws the defense to him. Just great defense by Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton got a hand in there and knocked it away. I think you're right about Holiday. Holiday kind of has that swag to his game.
Yeah,
he's got a way he carries himself.
Absolutely. I mean, not afraid to get out there and play and do the things he needs to do. And there goes Gaffney once again. He's known as a guy that gets out on the break, but has knocked down a couple of jump shots tonight.
Tony Gaffney doing a little bit of everything for the Jazz in these opening two games. Pulling again, and again, good look to Jones, who can't finish. Searcy has it blocked by Gaffney. Here come the Jazz.
That's unfortunate because point guards hate when you mess up their assist.
And a good finish by our man. It's been Alec Burks' day here on day two.
Hey, he's starting where he left off in the first half. Nice opportunity to get down on the fast break.
19 points in the game.
Get a nice bucket close to the basket.
Jones has that one stuffed by Cantor. Stockton tracks it down, and an ill-advised pass is picked off by Silas, pushing it the other way.
Utah Jazz are really shutting down the lane now. I mean, that's 4 or 5 baskets in a row that they've stopped under the basket.
Terrence Jennings is going to check into the game for Philadelphia. Kevin O'Connor, our halftime guest, I wanted to ask him about Michael Stockton. We kind of ran out of time. But just, what that must feel like to have a member of the family in the organization, especially someone so high profile as the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you got to know Kevin O'Connor saw this young kid growing up. Michael Stockton saw him growing up as a young kid. Now he's starting to see him be a young man. And, one of the things that I noted about Michael Stockton is his ability to play defense. I mean, I think that's the one thing that stands out about him. I've seen him over the past 2 days get his hands on balls, get his body in front of the opposing player on the offensive end. He's done a great job, and he can run the basketball team pretty well.
Gaffney splits him. It's a 2-point lead for Philadelphia. Vince Giannini along with Kendall Gill. We're happy to be with you on NBA TV. This is Orlando Summer League 2012. Philadelphia in the dark uniforms and Utah in the white. Your guy Holiday from the corner, not there. And Cantor with another rebound. Oh!
Great look by Stockton. Didn't force anything. Saw his teammate coming down the court, made the correct play. As a result, Burks gets another bucket. You can see right here, Stockton comes down, makes the right play. See Burks streaking down the lane. That's called a secondary break. Did an excellent job at running the break.
Now we're tied up at 48. Both these teams have come out with a lot of energy here on day 2 to start the schedule. Stockton going to finish.
Great play by Stockton in traffic. Had nowhere to go with the basketball, so put the ball off of the glass.
His first bucket of the game. 2-point lead for Utah. Pulling in and out. Carroll looking, there's Gaffney, and Gaffney goes in strong.
There Gaffney is again, as we said before. His strong suit is running the lane. Just demonstrated why.
Gaffney with 9 points in the game. He's 3 of 4 from the field, and he has done a nice job. But this is Michael Stockton. He'll take you to break. The left-hander laying it up and in. Daddy John is proud.
But really, he has no fear. He goes in there amongst the big guys and gets the job done.
I like his game. He's shown that he can, get to the basket. He'll pull up, try to hit the 3, try a little mid-range. He's got a nice repertoire in his offense.
He does. I love players like that you can put them anywhere, and you can put him on the court. He's just a player. You can put Holiday anywhere on the court, and he's going to be effective. He's going to help your team.
4-point lead for the Jazz. And we are seeing a good mix of players here, both of the going deep into the bench after not so much on day 1.
Yeah, and that's good, because you want all the players that come to Summer League on your roster to get an opportunity to play. You also want to, if you're management, you also want to give yourself an opportunity to study these guys to see if they're going to help your ball club, see if you're going to invite them to training camp.
Holiday, a leaner off glass.
Hey, Holiday is playing a great basketball game.
He's starting to feel it.
An opportunity knocks, open the door, and he's certainly opening that door.
He's in double figures with 11 points. Now on the defensive end, Carroll steps back, and that's no good. Holiday was in his face.
Will he do it again? No. He's feeling it. Do you think that was a heat check, Ben? I think that was a heat check. You're allowed to take one of those if you hit 2 or 3 in a row.
He has taken 12 shots and made 5 of them. So again, he's heard what you said. It's an opportunity. He's going to try to make it happen. Pullen lost Stockton, and then he knocks down a 3. Pullen can do that.
Pullen has such a smooth game. He's always operating at the same speed, and then all of a sudden, boom. He'll blow past you, or he'll pull up and take a 3-point shot. Hit a number of those 3-point shots late in the game yesterday. Has a nice feel for the game.
Good work down low by Alec Burks.
Tell you what, the way Alec Burks is playing, he may end up with 40 tonight. I mean, he's just in a zone today.
As it is, 21 points and counting for Burks. And away from, we'll jump it up. Had a good game in our opener between Utah and Philadelphia. It's been fun to watch. Burks again, not this time.
particularly Burks. I mean, he's exploded here on the offensive end. Right now, he has 27 points, doing a great job. And started off early and has kept his aggressiveness up throughout the whole game.
Was that a goaltend?
Yeah, that was a goaltend. Oh, okay.
It's pretty close. Four-point lead for the Jazz. Approaching 5.5 minutes to play in game one. Burks closing in on 30 points. That's Stockton from the corner, no, but off Jones' hands, out of bounds. Game, but he has just been on fire throughout the day.
Yeah, he's been the standout in this game. Yes, other players have played well, but he's been the one guy that has played almost perfect basketball. On the offensive end, he's shown a variety of ways in which he can score. Not only is he doing it on the offensive end, he's playing pretty good defense as well.
How about that three-pointer by Knox?
The big man stepping out.
And Justin Knox knocked that down out of North Carolina, 6'9", 231.
But the only thing about big men, when they hit 1-3, they get the Andrew Bynum effect. They want to shoot 3 points.
One is not enough.
Right, they want to shoot three-pointers all the time.
Silas answering back. It's a 5-point game. Utah in front, under 5 to play. That's good action and good tip in.
And actually a very good pass from Knox, 6'9", at the top of the key, finding Burks underneath. You don't find big men that can put a pass on a guard like that most of the time.
Seven-point lead. Silas again, and he's fouled. Knox isn't so sure, but the official is. And he's the one who counts.
That's right, and you have to respect the officials.
Well, Silas will go to the line. He has 10 points in the game. He's 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and also has 5 rebounds.
He's put together a nice game, and his game is driving to the hole. He's a slasher, not a great shooter, but is a guy that can put points on the board by doing the other things, slashing, going to the basket, getting out on a fast break, dribble drives.
It's become eerily quiet here.
Very quiet.
Amway Center practice gym. And he misses the second. Approaching 4 minutes to play here in the game. Jazz and Sixers. Been a good contest. Both teams very sharp to start our day.
I think one of the things that Utah has to do as well is, Enes Kanter has not had a big game on the offensive end, but he's still a threat down low. You have to take a look at him in the post when he's calling for the basketball. I mean, he can be effective in that role. I mean, after all, he is 7 foot tall.
Well, Solomon Jones fouled Stockton and sent him to the line. And this is, I just noticed that free throw release. It's a little unusual.
Yeah, a little unusual, yeah. Sort of slingshot-ish.
But they go in.
That's all that counts.
8-point game. Pulling.
Once again, Pullen, he is so cool with the basketball. Has a nice rhythm all the time. You can never get him out of his game. And a pretty good jump shooter as well.
He played well late in his first game on Monday, too. So, when the pressure's on, he does well. Fadeaway, no, but Knox follows it home.
Great play by the big man, never quitting on the play. Knox did an excellent job with the tip in.
Back to an 8-point lead. Approaching 3 minutes to play. Pulling. Boom!
There he is. You know what? Pullen, he loves the last 4 or 5 minutes of a game, doesn't he?
He sure does. 21 points in the game now. He has stepped up again. 5-point lead for the Jazz. Under 3 to play. Stockton drives. A little push shot isn't there. Jones has the rebound. And here come the Sixers. Trying to cut into that lead. Holiday. And it goes!
Oh, Holiday with the nice drive.
And those are killer late in the game like this.
Yeah, they are when you miss the free throws, so you know you have to knock them down. But this is Summer League.
Murphy showing the ball, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Jones. I thought Solomon Jones has been very active as well. He hasn't had a huge game. He has 8 points in the game, but he's done a lot of little things, played good defense, and he's gone after some loose balls. Murphy with a fadeaway. That's a pretty shot.
Beautiful shot by Murphy. Gathered the ball, gathered himself, got on balance, went up for a nice fadeaway.
Pulling, no. Burst comes down with a rebound. 5-point game, 2 minutes to play. Burks going to take charge and goes in strong with the left-hand layup.
Beautiful move by Burks. And that's one thing you like to see. You'd like to see a young player that's willing to step up and take over a basketball game at the end. That's the one thing that Burks and Pullen and Holiday have done in this game.
Look at Jacob Pullen get it done, answering back. He knocks it in. Pullen has 23 points. Burks 29. Under 90 seconds to play. Burks working on Holiday, kicks it out to the corner. Stockton back out to Cantor, no. And here come the Sixers with a chance to cut into that 5-point lead.
And Holiday once again recognizing he has the big man on him, taking advantage of his speed, driving to the basket. As I mentioned before, he knew that he would either get fouled or get the basket. Now let's see if he can knock down the free throws.
And Holiday hits the first. And once again, his playing time has gone up because, as we mentioned earlier, Maurice Harkless did not play in the second half. He has a left hip flexor strain. So a precautionary measure. The Sixers keeping him out here in the second half. Holiday missing the second. 4-point lead. We are approaching a minute to play.
But those free throws so valuable at the end of the basketball game. As you mentioned earlier, Vince, you have to knock your free throws down when games are this close.
Burks, and it's out there. Johnson comes away with it. Pullen pushing up the floor. Justin Holiday tried to kick it out to the corner, and Silas was not there, so big turnover.
Big turnover. He's being aggressive, but he probably was a little bit too aggressive that time. You cannot jump in the air and pass the basketball. We mentioned that in the first half as well. You have to always be under control when you're driving the ball into the lane.
Now Utah here in no hurry. 8 on the shot clock, 7. Stockton, Murphy, and he misses. Another opportunity here for the Sixers. Down by 4. And a two-handed slam by Solomon Jones cuts the lead to 2, 13-9 remaining. And quickly, Philadelphia in the game.
Yeah, looks like he's got his game face on.
Oh, good hands by Murphy. Knocked it away from Silas. Silas recovers and tries to slam it home. It doesn't happen. Utah comes away with it, and that's going to do it. Join us, try to sort things out and bring you up to speed on exactly where the Dwight Howard situation stands. As it stands in this game, 15-12, Orlando in front. Burks rather comes away with the basketball. Tap, over to Knox and in.
Christmas came early for Knox. Found the ball. Burks got up in the air, didn't really know where he wanted to go with the basketball. Passed it and was tapped right into his teammate's hand.
Now it's a 1-point game, Orlando in front. And that's a travel. Magnum roll got caught. Let's take another look at this.
You can see Alex
Utah
Burks
pushing the ball up.
Yeah, he gets caught up in the air right now, throws the basketball. Excellent tap to the big man. He throws it down with some authority.
Yeah, that was Murphy who tapped it over for the basket.
Great presence of mind, Murphy, to tap that ball.
Murphy was fouled on the pass. Murphy is the rookie from Tennessee Tech.
14.
Murphy has a nice floor game as well. Has a nice feel for the game. Nice jump shot. The most colorful shoes on the court at this present time. He's got a lot of things going for him right now.
The second round pick, number 47 overall. And he was a terror in the Ohio Valley Conference. Stuck in the corner, Michael Stockton, and nowhere to go, and it will instead go to the Orlando Magic.
Michael Stockton got caught right there and traveled. Maybe his dad could have gotten away with that move. The refs probably wouldn't have called the travel, but Michael's got to make some all-star teams before he gets that call.
Don't let him hear you say that. Kevin Anderson is now in the game for Orlando. Nicholson puts up the shot. He's fouled.
Tell you what, Nicholson plays with great poise. The plays before that, he had a post up. He let everybody clear out. Then he went, made his move, and took the shot. He didn't make it, but it was great poise. He did the same thing on this move. This is exactly why he's at the free throw line.
Wow, he has been outstanding here in Summer League. Foul was on Knox, and Nicholson hits his first. Again, out of St. Bonaventure, 19th overall in the draft to Orlando, A-10 player of the year. Led the A-10 in points per game, second in rebounds. And originally majored in chemistry before switching to physics at St. Bonaventure.
That is a great pick. Now, I couldn't get in a physics class.
And apparently, part of the recruiting process for Nicholson was the fact that they had a new science building at St. Bonaventure. He was very impressed with that.
Wow.
So a very bright young man.
Great move by Enes Kanter. That's what I was just talking about. He has to come up with more moves than the up and under. That time, he spun and he went on the opposite side of the glass with a nice shot.
There's Nicholson again. Push back to the corner. Roll lets fly, no. Jazz back the other way. Stockton, no, sorry.
You almost had me, Vince. You almost had me.
To Burks. And finally, Knox will finish.
Knox doing the dirty work, cleaning up the glass.
It's going to go with the old Hot Rod Hundley line. The Stockton, I'm alone. Those were the days for the Jazz. Oh, wait. Burks has hit the deck. Now he's back up. Maybe that was a sell job. Here's Stockton. Over to Alec Burks. Looking healthy with that jumper.
Obviously, that pick woke him up because he got hit pretty good by Roll on the pick, but comes right back down, knocks down the jump shot.
4 points in the game for him. 3-point Utah lead. Orlando has cooled off in the second part of this first quarter, but Nicholson says, I'll eat you up. Here we go.
The fat man moves once again, taking his time, getting into position. I really love this guy. I mean, he's going to be a heck of a player in the NBA.
Why don't you break down Enes Kanter?
Well, you can see Enes Kanter right here. Gets good post position, takes his time, does a shoulder fake, knows that he can go that way. Now you can see him spin right here, goes on the opposite side of the basket, knocks it down. It's another move that he can add to his repertoire.
Well, he was shut down that time, but Stockton lets fly with a jumper. Pulled down by Ryan Thompson. Another hard screen up top by Nicholson. Nicholson had an idea. Our guy Darren Smash Washington in the game for the Jazz. Late to get to Nicholson, who airballs that shot out of bounds. So,
you know, even the good ones make a bad play every once in a while, but you know, Nicholson, a very intelligent player. He's one of the guys that has impressed me most these last couple of days watching Summer League action.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter with Utah and Orlando here on NBA TV. Burks, nice touch, won't fall. Back the other way come the Magic. Daquan Jones. And he is fouled Or rather, we have an offensive foul. Stockton took the punishment.
Taken by Stockton, and you know what? If we had an all-defensive team these past 3 days, Stockton would be on that team. He's made some wonderful plays. You can see him right here. Actually got away with one right there because he wasn't planted. He was moving a little bit, but he has that name Stockton on his back. So the referees probably took that into consideration, how great of a defensive player his dad was.
Dominique Sutton checks into the game, as does Luke Neville for the Orlando Magic. Burks again, and he took the big man right to the basket.
Beautiful in and out play by Burks. It looks like he's starting to get warmed up on the offensive end like he did yesterday when he had 31. Starting to take control of this game on the offensive end.
Working baseline, tough shot for Jones. Not there. Battle underneath.
And who is that? Is that Smash?
That's Smash Washington and Jones tangled up.
Smash Washington coming in with the effort.
Smash making something happen.
It's making something happen, man. And I really like his hairstyle. I'm telling you.
You're thinking about going that way.
I'm thinking about going that way. Yeah. You know, I have been known.
Make it work.
I have been known to rock a hairstyle every once in a while. One year I had blonde tips. One year I had dreads. You know, I was famous for the high top fade. Of course, those aren't in anymore. They went out in the 90s. I tried to bring it back a little bit this summer, but my wife made me cut it off.
I wonder if we could find some pictures of all those various hairstyles. That would make me very happy to be able to show our audience the looks over the years of Kendall Gill.
Hey, I was eclectic, man.
I know. I get it. Anderson, 3 to play in the half. It's knocked out of bounds with 2 points.
Was born yesterday, but he stayed up all night because that guy is ready right now to play. I can tell you that. I mean, you could put him in a starting lineup for teams, and he's going to be effective right now.
Stockton, short, pulled down by Knox, and he is fouled. Yeah, I like Nicholson. You know, he came in to St. Bonaventure sort of a defensive specialist, but he's really blossomed into a complete player, as you were saying, Kendall.
Right, and that says something for players that go to school and stay at least 2-3 years. You get the experience, you get the fundamentals of the game down. So many players come into this league. One-and-done players come in. They don't have the fundamentals of the game down yet. And that's one of the things that you need in order to be successful. Now, eventually, yes, they do get that 2 or 3, 4 years down the road as an NBA player. But it's rare that you see a player come in and be ready to play big minutes like Nicholson is right now.
Well, you know, the fact is, he's come in here and he's as advertised. I mean, he had 24 and 12 in game 1, 13 and 6 in game 2, and he has 16 and counting in this game. So it's, you know, he has just shown up and gotten it done.
Right.
Cantor has trouble.
Absolutely, you know, and the thing is it's not just his scoring, it's his feel for the game. You know, I watched him, you know, dribble the ball out of the post when he was double teamed. I watched him make the correct play. I watched him make great plays on the defensive end as well. So you take all of those things and you take that into consideration and you say, well, this guy is NBA ready. He's ready to play right now. You know, the Derrick Roses, the LeBron James, for every one of those guys that come in the league, it's 10 of those guys that aren't ready to play. So
there's Murphy answering back after the basket by Anderson. Once again, it's out to a 12-point lead. Neville.
It's getting physical down there in the post.
Murphy and Sutton got tied up.
You can see Neville here trying to make his move. Shoots the ball over the rim. I know.
Just never really seemed to get his balance and get set.
Right, exactly.
With that low post move.
And this is what I mean by being ready to play. You see, he could have taken that basketball out, thrown it out, reposted, got better position, been closer to the rim, and made a better move. You know, if that happens to Nicholson, I guarantee you, if he's not on balance, he throws that ball back out and reposts and gets it back again and makes an effective move.
Well, as it turns out for Orlando, Nicholson hasn't got a whole lot of help in this game offensively. Waynes does have 9, but the next highest scorer is Thompson with 6. And O'Quinn has had a frustrating afternoon. O'Quinn played 11 minutes, 0 for 2 from the field. He did not score, has 4 rebounds. Murphy with it. Baseline, we have a whistle and stepped out. Orlando basketball approaching a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Glad you're with us. Kendall Gill and Vince Cellini here at Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. 9th year for Summer League in Orlando. That was a pretty shot, didn't fall. Anderson got his own rebound, and here we go again. Sutton.
Good drive by Sutton. I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do. He's not really a shooter, so he has to score by taking the ball into the lane, getting fouled, going to the free throw line, or getting easy layups.
What a nice practice facility we have here in the site of our broadcast. And you could see in the one end up top is sort of an overhang where you have seating in the balcony.
Right.
You can actually watch the games.
Sort of like a skybox. You know, I've never seen that in a practice facility, but this is beautiful. Also on the opposite end, you can have the glass offices where you can look down on the court. So it's really nice. I haven't quite seen a practice facility like this in the NBA, and this is first class all the way.
Miss on the second. The Jazz pushing the basketball. Michael Stockton, son of Utah legend John Stockton, the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Famer. Knox, not there. Approaching 30 seconds to play in the quarter. And that sweet jumper falls for DeQuan Jones.
Good shot by Jones, and as you mentioned earlier, they need some scoring besides Nicholson. You know, Waynes is out right now, so somebody's got to step up. Yeah, somebody has to step up and pick up the scoring slot.
Lead is down to 9. And the Magic looking for a stop for the basketball. So we'll go back to Orlando Magic. Seven seconds to go. 4, Anderson lets fly. It doesn't go. Neville can't get it. Cantor does, and he's content to just a bit. Common problem with a lot of big players. We're headed to the 4th quarter in Orlando. It's the Jazz and the Magic. Good help defense by the Jazz. Jones fires away. Neville had it and then lost it. But working down low is Dominique Sutton, and he converts.
Yeah, very good move by Sutton. Went amongst the trees, switch it up, use the left hand once again. Young players out there, practice on using both hands.
Lead is 7. Marshry. And there is a blocking call, so Big Selah Marshry will head to the free throw line. Marshry's been interesting to watch this week. And so he's, as you said earlier, he runs the floor very well. Long shot blocker. A lot of things to help you.
Can help you out on the defensive end. Not a great offensive player, but does all the little things on the defensive end. You know, would be great to come off of the bench and spell a starting center for a couple of minutes, you know, with his defense and rebounding.
He is from Tunisia. Played in Belgium most recently. Neville, the Aussie, no. And it will stay on this end. Jones the inbound. Anderson just right past Stockton, but good help by the Jazz. Stockton fighting Murphy, had ideas, but he was derailed at the basket by Sutton.
Good hard foul by Sutton. Murphy taking the ball up strong.
There's a shot at Mark Price.
You're right, Mark Price still does look good. Still looks like he can run and shoot the three-pointers with ease. His brother's sitting right next to him as well.
Brent Price.
You got brothers coaching, brothers playing. You know, you're right. This is truly a family affair.
It is.
You should call it the reunion.
It was fun talking to Justin Holiday, wasn't it?
It was. A bright kid, yeah. And, you know, he's got all the confidence in the world, and he has a bright outlook on the way that he plays and his future. And
Drew's older brother.
Drew's older brother. He said he was the better looking one, too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Drew will have an opinion about that one.
Said he was a wide receiver in football. Right. A good football player.
Yeah, he said he has skills like Randy Moss.
Few do.
Tell you what a great pickup by the 49ers. I think he's going to open up a lot of things for the 49ers this year.
Stockton, tough shot. But that falls. It's a 10-point game. Orlando needs to get some stops. All right, let's check out Michael Stockton from Westminster.
And you can see Michael Stockton right here going down with the crossover dribble. Lanes open up. Hey, why not? I'm left-handed. I'm on the left side of the basket.
Michael Stockton is, of course, the son of John Stockton and has played in Germany.
And he plays great defense, too. I mean, he really gets into the opposing team's point guard. Oh, nice rip there.
Smash
Washington.
Took it away. Denied at the basket, but he is fouled. One thing about Darren Smash Washington is that he is active, he is hard-nosed, and he makes things happen.
Right, you can see him with the steal right there. Give me that. Goes in. The hair, man. I'm telling you.
You're thinking about rocking that hairstyle,
I'm going to rock that, man. I tell you. It's going to take me a couple years to grow my hair that long, but
I could see this. Well, we mentioned it earlier in the game that you've had a variety of hairstyles over your career.
I used to love changing my hairstyle up, man. I get bored, you know. Now I'm an old guy. You know, I just go to the barbershop once a week, get the same cut. I used to rock the Jerry curl too back in the day. I did.
Did you?
Yeah. But people thought it was chemicals. Mine was juices and berries.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's all natural.
Oh, you wear your hair natural?
Yeah, it wasn't Permasoft.
Okay. I got you. Who's next?
What a great movie.
Oh. Yes, we're doing coming to America references.
Coming to America references, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Still one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I can watch that movie over and over.
I never pass by, and I always stay there. It always gets me every time I see it. Got to have the uncut version, though. Many of these players coming to America after playing overseas.
This is true.
Jazz again on the fly. Oh, the Upa was not there. Stockton drives and leaves for Sims, and Sims hits the jumper.
Great play done just like a point guard is supposed to do. Stockton penetrated into the lane, saw Sims on the baseline, kicked it to him for the nice, easy 15-footer.
Sims, undrafted out of Georgetown, but part of that great legacy of big players at Georgetown. But let's take a look at Michael Stockton here.
And you see the fundamentals right here: penetrate and dish. Perfect textbook play.
Yeah, where do you think he picked that up?
I don't know, from his mom, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be funny, though, if he came out in some short shorts, you know?
I doubt.
Just in tribute to Dad.
Just in tribute to Dad, but I doubt whether he could get away with that now.
Evans.
And here we go. Jazz and Pacers, and it's won by Evans. Michael Stockton, son of Hall of Famer John Stockton, with the ball, guarded by Ben Hansbrough, younger brother of Tyler Hansbrough. Power forward for the Pacers. Hansbrough, Big East Player of the Year in 2011. This is in his Cantor, third overall pick in 2011, and 3 seconds called on the big fella.
Couldn't make his mind up on that move right there. Got to the paint. Plumlee did an excellent job not going for the pump fake, staying down. Like when the big man stays patient on the defensive end.
Here's Orlando Johnson shooting 21% through 3 games here in Orlando. He's down low and he's blocked by Jeremy Evans.
Get that shot out of here.
Robert Vaden off with the 3, and back come the Jazz. Here's Alec Burks. Alec Burks leads the Jazz 18.7 points per game through 3 here in Orlando. Shooting 53% from the floor, 86% from the line. And he misses his first shot here this afternoon.
Talk to Ty Corbin, they're real high on Burks. Like his size, like his decision making, but more importantly, he can heat up at any time and make some shots.
Jeremy Evans with a long 2 at short. Rebound to Orlando Johnson. Second round pick in 2012. Vaden out to Hansbrough over Stockton. And here's Burks. DeMar Carroll on the move. The runner will not go. Cantor got a hand on it, but the rebound comes to Vaden. Both of these teams 2-1 through 3 games in Orlando. Both teams will wrap up their Orlando Summer League play tomorrow. Jeremy Evans shielded Mavunga, and the foul on number 14 for Indiana, Julian Mavunga, who played well yesterday.
Played very well.
He's averaging 7 points and 7.5 rebounds. And here's another look at that Evans rejection.
Plays like this will earn Evans some more playing time under Ty Corbin's system.
He's been with the Jazz for 2 years, hasn't played much. Hansbrough in there, pulling it away, and then lost it.
Good D. That's something Jeremy Evans needs to work on, is get a little stronger. Don't let the little guard come down there and mess with your area.
Jeremy Evans, 78 games appeared in 2 games with Utah. He's averaged 3.1 points per game. His claim to fame thus far is winning the Slam Dunk Championship. Here is Cantor working against Miles Plumlee. Cantor still with it and draws the foul.
Much better that time, Rick. Got to the paint, nice little up and under, then gave a little extra fake, you get fouled. But that time you went to the lane with a purpose. First time you kind of wasn't sure what you wanted to do. So you're watching right here, guys. Going to work, little pump fake, another one. Defense comes in, now you go to the free throw line. Good work that time.
Cantor good with the first. He's gone 8.3 points, 8.3 rebounds per game through 3. 44% shooter from the field, 50% free throw shooter here in Orlando.
Has a nice touch. I want to see more. I thought going to playoffs last year, he didn't get enough time. We didn't see enough of Cantor. Of course, we know his story. He was supposed to go to Kentucky, never played. Here he is now.
Vaden down low to Mavunga. Faked the pass, went up on Evans. He was pushed in the back by Jeremy Evans, and Julian Mavunga.
He does an excellent job of using his body, Rick. Yesterday, very impressed how he was able to get to the paint, use either hand.
He's got a big body to use.
Yes, he does. Not very tall, but being able to use that body to create space to get your shot off.
6'8", 245, out of Miami of Ohio. In his senior year, he led the MAC in scoring and rebounding, 16 and 9. And a good look at him. He was taking charges yesterday.
Yes, he was. In passing lanes, diving for loose balls. This is a camp where a lot of these guys can maybe get invited to vet camp in October by doing the little things.
Here's Damari Carroll. Started the final 9 games for the Utah Jazz last year. 10 on the shot clock. Burks down low to Evans. Face up and a fake on Mavunga and a foul on Julian Mavunga. Nice move by Jeremy Evans.
Very nice show and go. Make the defender leave his feet.
Matt Rogers
under control.
Into the game from Mavunga.
So we call that a face-up post move, show and go. And that's where Evans is able to use his quickness.
3 fouls already for Julian Mavunga. Jeremy Evans went for the rim rocker, and he was fouled up top.
He was ready to take flight, folks.
Well, he's a live wire, and this is what the Summer League is all about, okay? The Jazz loaded up front. Jefferson, Millsap, Favors, Cantor. This guy just hasn't been able to find the floor due to the rotation Utah's had.
Correct.
So we don't know much about Jeremy Evans, the basketball player. We know he can dunk,
right?
But that's what the Summer League is about. We get to see him in game scenarios playing. You know, I don't know if he's going to play 30, 35 minutes, but he'll get some extended run here.
Well, to your point, we've never seen that up and under move, that show and go, because he hasn't gotten enough meaningful minutes. These are meaningful minutes to see what you got.
Hansbrough to Robert Faden off the screen. Soft touch, but no. Rebound to Burks. Burks says it's my turn. Misses. Jeremy Evans up top, and the putback is there.
He took flight on that one. Excellent job, Evans. Rebound, putback.
They call him the human pogo stick, Dennis Scott.
Wow. I see why now.
Nice bullet pass. Hansbrough down to Matt Rogers, but traveling. The big fella for Indiana.
Did he slip? Oh, they said he got tripped.
The Indiana
His
bench
coach said he got tripped.
The Indiana bench is saying he got tripped.
Let's see.
Dennis, you be the judge.
I get a better angle here. Looked like he got happy feet and just fell on his own that one. Ref got it right. Way to go, Mr. Ref.
The Indiana bench having Matt Rogers back. Burks off. Tracked it down, though. Here's the next generation of Stocktons. John's son, he's a lefty. And here's Cantor with a low touch. He's on the move, cut off nicely, and the steal by Orlando Johnson. Stockton and Carroll are back. Orlando to Rogers! He took off just a little bit too early.
Just a little bit.
He wanted to create a highlight play here in Orlando.
Well, he was coming back and say, last time I thought I got tripped. This time I'm getting ready to bring down the house. Just a little short.
Matt Rogers, 6'11", 225, out of Southwest Baptist. He's played in the NBA Development League. In fact, he was a first-round pick to the Texas Legends in 2010. And the second free throw makes it 5-3 Utah. Rick Hamill, Dennis Scott here in Orlando. Alec Burks off the Cantor screen. Here's Carroll. Bad pass, and it's picked off by Matt Rogers. Hansbrough, down low to Plumlee. Plumlee trying to go around Cantor. Reverses it home.
Move. Just an excellent move. Took his time, was going right first, didn't like what he saw. Regroup, go baseline, gather. Excellent job.
That was a sassy package right there.
I was able to have fun with that.
Stockton on the move. Here's Brooks driving right into Rogers, and that's an offensive foul. Matt Rogers draws the charge.
Sure on that one.
It's a make-or-miss league.
Yeah.
It all comes down to 4 or 5 plays. Eric Spoelstra, we love you, man. Covered a lot of press conferences over the 2 months of the 2012 NBA playoffs.
Yes, we did. Big time steal by Cantor right there.
Stockton to Evans, had it knocked away by Orlando Johnson. Who's it off? It's off of Indiana, so 18 on the shot clock for Utah.
Well, I think Evans saw the rim and saw that alleyway to the basket and got excited. Get under control, get the ball, take off and excite this crowd.
Chris Kramer into the game for Indiana, and Kevin Murphy, number 55, into the game for Utah, the rookie out of Texas Tech, second-round pick to the Utah Jazz in the 2012 draft. Stockton tried to feed Cantor. Good defense by Hamadi Njai. Got his hand up. Kramer. Oh, no. He landed right.
Only thing I dunk now is donuts with some hot coffee. I get up so early in the morning dealing with the kids.
I love it.
Can I still dunk?
How early does Logan get up?
6:30, 7 o'clock
Yuck.
every morning.
Yeah.
Just like her mother. Does not want to sleep.
Brutal. 9 points now for Miles Plumlee.
But the good thing is she goes to bed early, too.
Get the net all of yourself, don't you?
That's right.
As you know, I'm allergic to the AM, Dennis.
And dunk and block shots, but when you're a big guy, 4 of the 5, you can face somebody up. A jab, no dribbles, and knockdown, 15-foot jump shots. You can find your way to the floor.
Now, I would ask you about Cantor as Orlando Johnson misses. He is now 1 of 8. Should Cantor have played tighter defense on Plumlee? Because he's shown that he can knock down that shot.
Yes, better ball pressure.
Nice finish by Burks, plus the foul.
Picks up the mess, uses his body. But to your point, Rick, Cantor has to get up in Plumlee, make him put the ball on the floor.
Michael Stockton. That was maybe, if they gave him the assist, that was the most fortuitous assist of all time, but unlikely that they gave him a dime on that.
Well, that's a Stockton for you then.
They did not give him the assist.
You know how his daddy
nor should they.
You know how his daddy used to get those extra
don't even start
assists.
going.
Oh, yes, we are.
Don't even start
Yes,
going.
we are. One more dribble. The guy gets, Carmelo gets the dribble. One more dribble to the rim. 2 extra dribbles.
I realize you might have gotten a favorable call from the scorekeeper in Utah from time to time, but I checked the stats as Plumlee hits again. His assist per game average at home was not that much higher than it was on the road.
It was only 2.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty close.
I like your point. But I still like to say he got a couple extra here and there.
I don't think that will ever be matched. The numbers that Stockton put up in assists and steals.
Ridiculous.
He is so far ahead of second place. I really think those are Cy Young type of stats. Cy Young with 511 wins, the most ever in Major League Baseball. Obviously, nobody's ever touching that.
Right.
I mean, nowadays for a guy to get to 300 is like a miracle. Vaden from the corner.
Good ball movement by the Pacers that time. Vaden all by himself.
Now, unfortunately, as I tangent into baseball for just a brief moment, Dennis Scott's eyes rolled back like a slot machine. So we need to get it back to basketball. As Michael Stockton scores with the left hand.
Nice move. Hansbrough fell asleep on that pass. He cuts back door nicely.
Utah in front by 7. Kind of pulling for Orlando Johnson here. He's 1 of 8. He's had a tough time in Orlando as
nice
Julian
move.
Muvunga.
Couldn't finish the play, but an excellent wheel move to the basket.
Here is Stockton. Now Burks to Cantor. Plumlee right up on him.
Oh, good hand.
Yep, Plumlee knocked it away. Credit him with that steal. Mavunga to Hansbrough. Out to the corner. Robert Vaden. Little jab step, missed the 3. Plumlee couldn't get that board. It came to Cantor. Nice pass by Stockton to Kevin Murphy and a hard layup.
Yeah, definitely a hard layup. I thought Murphy was going to dunk it, but the leg gave out on him a little bit.
Kevin Murphy, second all-time in Tennessee Tech history in scoring. 2019 points for him. That would have been an and 1 for Ben Hansbrough. 2 free throws coming up for him. Here's another look at Murphy.
Sized him up, take off. Hard layup. Good call, Rick.
I got that term from Smitty.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite sayings. Guy go up strong, look like he's ready to dunk it. Hard layup.
Kobe Bryant does that a lot. Gets up there, doesn't dunk it, just sort of gets it up there and drops it in. Can't wait to watch Kobe in USA basketball in the London Olympics.
Oh, man.
Going to be so much fun. Correct me if I'm wrong. They have an exhibition game tonight.
That is correct. You are right, my friend. I think 9 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right about that. 9 Eastern.
I think I'll be watching.
Check out, it's on ESPN. Check out USA basketball. They're playing the Dominican Republic.
I think you're right again, my friend.
We're here just immersed in Summer League basketball.
I love every bit of it.
Going to take a little time out tonight, watch USA basketball, and it's Cantor.
Tough shot by Evans. 4 feet, shot at 3.5 feet, but Cantor was there to put it in.
Cantor's having a nice game. 6 points, 10 rebounds. Traveling called on Orlando Johnson.
Well, that's a good point, that having Ty Corbett here for Cantor, it's about rebounding and more rebounding, because they have enough scoring. Neil Sapp, throw Burks in there. I forgot just that fast with so many movements going on. You throw Marvin Williams into the mix now, stretching the defense, knocking down perimeter shots.
Their front court is loaded, Dennis. Their front court is loaded. So Marvin figures to start. Hayward will probably be your starting 2. And Alec Burks will be playing a lot. And here is Burks, offensive foul.
Hey, Rook, the play's coming to me. Play went to him, and I went over and had a seat with my lip poked out.
So confident that he could tell you what he was going to do.
Yes.
And then go ahead and do it.
I think he did to all the rookies. Come to find out, a lot of rookies went through that, along with vets too, of course.
he was one of the most notorious trash talkers of his day, was he not?
Well, I would say the smoothest.
Okay.
Because there wasn't a whole lot of yelling, wasn't a whole lot of screaming. Orlando Johnson misses another wing 3 there. You know, Reggie was very demonstrative.
Right.
In your face. Larry just would say, in your face.
Cantor showing us the repertoire, and the hook shot over Plumlee.
Nice move.
8 and 11 for Cantor.
Ty Corbett has a lot of big guys to work with.
Sure does.
Nice pass.
Here's Orlando Johnson.
There you go.
He was 1 of 9 before that make. That had to feel good.
Real good.
He's got 7 points now, Dennis.
Nice skip pass by Handbro.
Tony Gaffney with the ball. The 2009-10 season, when the Lakers defeated the Celtics in 7 games in the NBA Finals, Tony Gaffney, number 40,
played with 3 international teams, a D-League team, and split this past season with Boston and Miami. Terrific finish by Vincent Council.
Used the rim nicely so the shot blocker couldn't get to it that time, Vince.
Missed by Utah, and back the other way. Here comes Miami. And broken up inside. That's a good job of staying with the play by Deontay Christmas. Also checking in for Utah is Michael Stockton.
That last name,
number 21. Yeah, in a Utah uniform, I think so. The son of John Stockton.
They say he's just as scrappy as Daddy was. May not be as talented, but they say just as scrappy.
His appearance belied the type of toughness that he had.
It really did. John Stockton coming there with those short shorts and those low-top shoes and short socks. You like, this guy can't play. And he set a cross screen on you, like, bam. You like, wait a minute. Oh, he's a feisty, fiery little guy. Knocked down timely threes. Obviously, where he passed the ball and ran the offense, that's second to none. But just a fiery guy, John Stockton.
Forever a Utah legend.
Oh, yes.
Must be proud to see his son here in Summer League wearing that Jazz uniform. 10-point lead for Utah. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Drive here. When you played against him, you better pack a lunch.
That's right.
It's going to be a long game. Made you work hard-nosed in the Chicago teams. Utah in control. And another Utah basket. Christmas to make it 29-19. The lead is back up to 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half of Game 3, 2013 Orlando Pro Summer League here on NBA TV. Kick out. Kennedy thought about it, then put it on the floor. Out there, Vincent Council on Stockton. Good defense and a travel on Council.
Patrick Beverly. Working against Michael Stockton. Teardrop. Nope. Rebounded Jeremy Evans. Does he have long arms or what? Stockton right back to Jeff Brooks. Brooks off to Rudy Gobert.
Oh, good hands by Gobert catching that ball in traffic.
Rudy Gobert is a freak, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. He set NBA Combine records for wingspan, 7 foot 8.5 inches, and standing reach, 9 foot 7 inches. Are you kidding me?
They say he can dunk from
Beverly
the
hitting the three, but he's 3 inches away from the rim with his standing reach. Wow.
They said he gets on his tippy toes, he's dunking.
Amazing. He's pretty good too.
Well, I've liked
blocking shots. He's going after rebounds. Alec Burks, determined.
You knock down a couple jump shots, now you start getting into a little rhythm, a little groove.
Burks and Burke both had 7. Airball 3 by B.J. Young. And then the bucket by Cooley. Offensive foul on the Utah Jazz.
A little push off, a little clear out.
On Alec Burks. Beverly right by Stockton. And that 3 from the corner was off by Robert Covington. Back comes the son of Hall of Famer John Stockton, Michael Stockton, and he's fouled by Patrick Beverly. It's a good look at the chip off the old block. Jeremy Evans. Cut off. 4 on the shot clock. And a moving screen on Jeremy Evans as Stockton is trying to split that double team by 11. So we know the Rockets are going to be better with Dwight Howard.
Right.
How much better?
I think significantly better. Obviously, it starts on the defensive end. You know, they were at the bottom half in paint point defense. So overnight, now the way Coach McHale wants to play, he can have Harden and Parsons to get out in the passing lanes, trying to get steals so they can play up tempo. That part he does not want to change. It's when they get into the half-court set now. Now you have to put all the pressure on James Harden to break down his man for throwing pick threes. Now you throw the ball on the post. Now you get uncontested threes when Dwight gets double teamed.
Rick Jackson just blocked Greg Smith, setting up this possession for Utah, and it's knocked out of bounds.
The last, say, 4 years, 3 to 4 years, it's time for change. Derek Favors and Cantor have proven that they need more minutes. So now they're making an executive decision to say we're going with the youth movement. We had Gordon Hayward here earlier. His game's improved.
Michael Stockton for 3.
Nice little shot there. So it's about the youth movement. Can Burks get better? You know, Jeremy Evans finally cracked the lineup, get some more minutes from the last couple years. That
they needed this year.
Yeah, he's been ready to go. So they said we're going to let these 2 guys go and go with the younger movement.
Here's Gordon for 3. And the rebound to Beverly.
Which I'm not mad at, right? You know, as much as Al Jefferson's gotten better over the last few years, and of course Millsap, you know, they matched his offers years ago when Portland stepped up and tried to steal him away. Every coach has in their practice 5 to 10 minutes of, okay, this is a situation. We're up 10, we're up 11. Let's finish out the quarter or finish out the half in a certain way. Big time block by Jones.
Blocks Alec Burks, but Burks got it back underneath to Rick Jackson. Interesting that Trey Burke is not finishing the first half. He's played 11 minutes, 7 points, no assists. Michael Stockton closing out the first half at point for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert is set to check in on the next dead ball, which will be right now as Terrence Jones is fouled by Gordon. Terrence Jones has been active.
Very impressed. A lot of things he's shown us here the last few days of being able to put the ball on the floor and get to a sweet spot or to get fouled and get to the free throw line. Pretty impressive so far.
Terrence Jones was selected as a 2013 NBA Development League All-Star. 24 games with Rio Grande Valley, 19 points. points, 9 rebounds. He was drafted 18th overall by the Rockets in the 2012 draft.
We interviewed him yesterday, myself and Vince Cellini, and that was one of the things he talked about. The D-League was the best thing for him. He was not getting minutes. He didn't want to complain and be unprofessional. He said, Coach, I don't mind going down to D-League. I need to play. I don't want to play. So I'd rather go down there and play 30 minutes a night, 40 minutes a night, compared to sitting here and not playing at all for 20, 25 games. Now I can prove you guys I still can play, and he's still part of the team.
And when you're a pro and you go down to the development league, you better get numbers, and he did.
That's what he did.
20 seconds to go in the first half. Shot clock running down on Michael Stockton. Nope. And the rebound taken by Greg Smith. Rockets trying to build on their 11-point lead. Beverly between his legs, working against Stockton, driving up and in with 4.1 to go. Beverly now with 8. Here's Alec Burks, 1 on the clock, and he could not get it. Embi started the first game for Utah, 2 points, 3 rebounds in 16 minutes, coming off the bench in this one. Vanderblue looking for his shot. Had it blocked by Deontay Christmas. Christmas right there again, but Blue goes off glass to the frustration of Deontay Christmas.
Yeah, both players, once again, pretty good defense the first possession, but Blue stays with it.
Michael Stockton tried to split the double team, drew a foul on the Rockets. He was shot out of a cannon on that possession.
Blue breaks down Christmas. Christmas continued to play, gets a piece of it, and Blue says, stick with it. He says, my ATM works. The bank is open.
It's still normal business hours, right?
Yeah, it is.
Vanderblue receiving some instruction and or encouragement from Patrick Beverly. Stockton hits the first free throw, bringing the Jazz within 18. Michael Stockton now with 5 points in 7 minutes. Closely guarding Casper Ware. Under a minute to go in the third quarter here from Orlando. Ware determined to get a shot off, and it's short. Rebound comes to Stockton.
Good job, Stockton, keeping Ware in front of him.
Long three off from Gordon. And Casper Ware. Now guarded by Christmas. Christmas staring right at Casper Ware. Corner three is good from Covington.
Good job, Ware, just being under control. Christmas putting solid ball pressure on him, finding the shooter.
2 seconds left. Michael Stockton got it off. 14. That means they're a +6 here in the fourth quarter. That means the Houston Rockets will win the game. They will get 3 points for the win, 3 points for winning the first 3 quarters, but they will not pull off the first 7-point sweep here at the Orlando Summer League. But Dennis, they are 2-0 with an 85.
Yeah, it's morning shoes now. Yeah, it's morning. Saw Kelly Olynyk's shoes. I think those were the Gonzaga.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was.
Those lows?
Yes.
I'm like, how's he playing in those? Playing very well.
Yeah.
Michael Stockton. Gaffney. And this is our first look at Raul Neto.
I got to look at him yesterday. Oh, as Roberts knocks down a money ball. Big-time athlete, Roberts.
Neto, he gets the clearance, right? Hey. Come and play, and he made his presence felt right away, didn't he?
Right away. A couple crossover moves, ball handling. That's Johnson, nice little floater in the paint there, but very impressed with what I see. That's one of the things I've talked about all week about why I like some leagues so much. You never get a chance to see a guy like Neto play, obviously.
Maho Basic, no. But Roberts, yes. His second unit coming in and playing well for Utah. I should say the next unit. And Orlando will inbound. Solomon Hill takes it out. Pacers set up again. Johnson shot well. Jordan, big fella showing the jumper. Pulled down by Roberts. Michael Stockton, of course, the son of John Stockton. Saw him in Summer League last year and this. Gaffney, off bounce, got stuck.
You talk about low top shoes. Michael Stockton is like his daddy wearing low top shoes. John Stockton's one of those guys played, what, 18 years with low top shoes. That's impressive.
His son has a little longer shorts, though, right?
Oh, yeah, no question.
Daddy, wouldn't it be great if he made a tribute to his father with those little short shorts?
Daddy had them shorts on.
Wow, Bosic takes it to the rim. Very nice.
Good hands, Maya Bosic.
Good setup by Neto.
Yeah. Millsap walks, Al Jefferson walks, Favors, Cantor. They're ready to be the new cornerstones down low. So if you're a Jazz fan, it's new, but it looks like it could be exciting.
Three-point try, not there for Mavunga. And Michael Stockton steps back. Gaffney. Roberts again to Gaffney. Gaffney will shoot. Orlando Johnson, the rebound. Johnson has 8 points, 2 rebounds, leading the way for the Pacers. Picked up by Stockton. Good look down there to Jordan. Jordan back out to Sloan. Sloan for 3. In and out. And Stockton again. Neto. Utah swings it around. Roberts' 3 is short, very short. Johnson back to Jordan on Maho Bosic, who reaches around, and he is called for the foul.
94.
Now that's a real number. 94.
Oh yeah, that's a defensive end number.
Oh man.
Played for 6 different pro teams, did Maho Bosic. Of late in Poland. Played 36 games, averaged 11 points, 6.8 rebounds. Seen some flashes here in Summer League. It's a good skilled big man. Solomon Hill. Nope. And Raul Neto. Neto to the corner. Stockton puts his head down, and we have an offensive foul on that screen.
Gaffney got him moving.
That's another thing. You know, that seems like a small thing, but being a good screen setter is very important, is it not, Dennis?
It's very important. First of all, you have to get set. Then secondly, probably more important, let the guard come off the screen first before you move.
Yeah, some guys are already rolling early, right?
Yeah,
They won't stay.
Because the defender is on the point guard and you're turning that corner, you have to be stationary. Now let the defender hit you, let your guard turn the corner. Now you start rolling if you're a roller, or you pop back if you're a stretch 4, knock down that jump shot.
Free throws for Julia Mavunga. Out of Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio all-time leader in games, 124. Undrafted in 2012, played for the Pacers in last year's Summer League.
Sure did.
Then accepted an offer to play in Italy. Got to keep playing. So many guys playing now around the world just to get themselves in a league, get themselves on the floor and looked at, and to stay sharp. Neto lets fly.
Somebody left the window open on that one.
I guess.
That was a lot of air.
Yeah, you can get that ocean breeze.
Yeah, it feels good coming through.
Yeah. Sloan on Stockton, looking for that high screen. Mavunga sets it. Sloan behind the back. Moved away by Gobert.
Bounce pass.
Gaffney, rather. Roberts. And he's fouled, and he will send himself to the free throw line. Bumped by Rasul Butler. Talk about wanting to play and be around. Rasul Butler's elder statesman out here.
That's right. See, a lot of guys, you know, they get their 30s, they think it's because they have 10 years under their belt and they've been in the NBA. Rasul Butler said, no, I'm using this week as an opportunity to show the rest of the NBA I still have something left in the tank. I can help a team, especially a veteran team like the Indiana Pacers.
Rasul Butler. 10 seasons, like you said. 5 franchises. 2012 with the Raptors. 34, Dennis. 34. 34 years old. Sloan splitting defenders. Rasul.
That's what he does.
Make that stronger.
Paul George, David West, Hibbert, all those guys were playing 40 minutes a night in the playoffs. If you can come down to 36 and you get a serviceable bench, now you have those guys fresh in the fourth quarter.
Not to mention the point guard position, which also had to be strengthened.
Yes, it had to be strengthened. Because that was their Achilles heel late in games, being able to get good quality shots and execute. That starts with the point guard.
Defensive 3 seconds is the call. Michael Stockton.
I know Pacer fans that are very happy that Larry Bird is back in control. Donnie Walsh, NBA lifer, Hall of Famer, in my opinion, as an executive, all the things he's done over the years. But for Larry Bird to be MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. Come on, Larry Legend.
He's the only one that's ever done that.
Only one that's ever done it. Unbelievable.
Wanted that year off to get himself rested.
Yeah, recharge.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all you need.
But he was following the Pacers very closely.
Well, you got to give him credit. All the moves that were made, those were Larry Bird moves. He was the one that put that team together.
Jabril Thiam with the basket for Indiana. I mean, listen, you talk about presence in an organization, whether it's Joe Dumars here or Larry Bird there, and you know, you have to, I believe those guys are very important. Okay, they're very important because of what they've seen, what they've done in the league, and their presence in terms of having that set of eyes on things. I covered those guys when they played them.
That's right. Makes me tell your age, buddy.
I know it. Butler. Knocked away by Maho Basic. And then Wright reached in and got him. Game 2, 5 games. Championship day. The unbeatens, Houston and OKC, will take the floor in our next game to decide the first ever Orlando Summer League Championship. And all that goes with it. Big rebound. Thiam. Taking it all the way to the basket. Jabril.
Nice. A la Dr. J. Take it off the dribble, one hand.
And he's made both of his baskets since entering the game. Here's Gaffney. Yeah, he got some big numbers. Gaffney's got that tight end number 88. Roberts. Stepping back and hits late in the shot clock.
Well, Roberts has really been working on his game the last couple of years. Great athlete. Can get to the rim, jump with the best of them, but he's showing some ability to shoot the jump shot today.
He leads Utah with 8. Here come the Jazz again. Neto. High arcing shot, no. Gaffney tracks it down. Utah resets. Roberts likes that spot. This time, he takes it all the way to the rim. Great play.
Yeah, good patience by Roberts that time. You knock down a jump shot, they force up on you. Now you put it on the floor and get to the rim.
He has 10 points and leads all scorers. Ben Hansbrough back the other way. Hansbrough takes it inside, and it's blocked by Gaffney. Neto. Good bounce pass. Are they right there with Miami? Can they possibly dethrone
They can.
champs?
They can. They're right there. I think upgrade with C.J. Watson. I think the point guard position was something they desperately wanted to upgrade. And then their bench. One more rebound, one more free throw, maybe you advance.
Miami, my goodness. 3 straight trips to the finals. 2 of them they've won. Oof. And I know y'all were talking about the last team with 4 straight trips to the finals
Was the Lakers.
The Lakers. In the early 80s, early to mid 80s.
Exactly.
Historic run. Neto.
Well, just how hard it is with injuries and, you know, find the right personnel. Nice move by Roberts going to the rim on the baseline. I mean, just to get back-to-back is one. Just getting there once is a phenomenal feat. Twice is unbelievable. 3 times is amazing. And the fact that you have the ability to go a 4th time, just to even have that conversation.
But they have that guy, number 6.
They have that guy. He's that guy.
And he just makes it all better when things are bad.
Well, he just gets it. You know, for LeBron to be the superstar that he is, he's so unselfish. He really wants to give the ball up first. And then you have to say, no, LeBron, take over the game. Don't be unselfish. We want you to be selfish now. Look for yourself. And to watch him come into the league, and we're watching some of these young guys, and they said LeBron couldn't shoot. Well, he figured it out. He figured it out.
San Antonio dared him to shoot it,
that's right.
And he said, okay, that's fine. You want it this way?
Take it.
And they let him shoot and shoot and shoot. Orlando Johnson looking down low to Hill, not there, stolen away by Roberts, up to
Excellent job. Excellent job, Roberts, being in the passing lane. Once again, keeping your head up, throwing the ball ahead, getting easy opportunity. And Gaffney, oof, he's an athlete.
Now it's an 11-point lead. Doubling down on Hill. Hill creates some space and hits that little fadeaway on the baseline. Nice move.
Well, I like his patience. Stockton came down, act like he was going to double team with a little stunt. Gathered himself, turn around.
And not a great shooting day so far for Hill. He's only 1 for 5. His first basket. He has 3 rebounds. Maho Basic, Gaffney, in and out. Bill, another rebound. Met by Stockton. Thiam with a high screen, contact, and Maho Basic.
On who you're playing, we know Miami has changed the culture in the NBA. A lot of teams want to play small ball now. He's a guy you can throw on the floor with Paul George and David West and the rest of those guys.
Sloan in traffic and a whistle. He's also been out there covering Trey Burke a lot of this game. So
that's
they're fighting on the opposing point guard.
Solid athlete. Once again, like you said, Larry Bird has that bird-eye view, so to speak, and he thinks he has a good one here.
Sloan at the line for the first time today. He hits his first free throw. He has 10 points. Orlando Johnson, 15 points, leading Indiana. On the Jazz side of things, Buford has 11, and Chris Roberts 12 off the bench. Jazz shooting 49% in this game, and with the lead. Neto. And he's called for a travel, so good job by Indiana. They sent 2 at Neto. See what the young man would respond with, and nowhere to go.
Well, Neto got his first taste of when you drive to the baseline, they're going to foul you a little bit, bump you a little bit. See Hill's getting his thighs into him, but that's part of the physicality he has to get used to quickly.
And Sidney Lowe had good things to say about.
Oh yeah, he was here waiting to get cleared, was not able to practice, had to watch, and then as soon as he was able to play, he jumps right in and starts calling the plays to let you know he was sitting over there being a sponge, absorbing all the information, so when his name was called, he was ready to go.
Be ready.
That's pretty impressive.
His dad, Raul Sr., said before the draft he hoped that Utah would pick up his son because his dad was a big John Stockton fan.
Nice.
And there it is. Raul Neto Jr.
And Daddy could play back in the day. Daddy had game.
Okay.
That was one of the things he talked about when Rick and I talked to him yesterday. He said, hey, my father told me to play hard, play unselfish, and appreciate the game. He's shown that here.
Hansbrough leaves that one short. Ben Hansbrough, got himself on the roster last season. Big East Player of the Year at Notre Dame. Ben Hansbrough, Tyler's brother, breaking up the Hansbroughs.
Yeah, woke him up. Let Tyler go, and now it's the acquisition of C.J. Watson. Now Hansbrough has to really step his game up. George Hill, Lance Stevenson, Orlando Johnson. You know Orlando's probably more of a 2 than a 1.
And Neto is sent sprawling to the floor. I think when you get up and you check that lip, make sure that you're not bleeding. Make sure it popped a couple of times. That sends Neto to the line. He is scoreless in this game, 0 for 2 from the field. First time we've seen him at the line. He does have a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists. And he splits a pair.
Come on, Raul.
Hit him.
I got to get on my point guards. Come on now. Make them free throws.
You got to hit him. It's frustrating. I can imagine from a coaching standpoint. It's so frustrating, guys.
Well, like I said earlier, for the people just tuning in, if we're going to give our centers and power forwards a lot of flack, a lot of grief because they're not good free throw shooters, so if our point guards miss 1 or 2, we got to give them the same grief.
Equal amounts.
That's right.
Johnson just pulling his way down low. Thiam. Neto coming over to help. Thiam again and could not get that shot off. Good job by the Utah Jazz. In this game, the Pacers 4 of 14 from three-point land. Johnson has 3 of those threes. Meanwhile, the Jazz have attempted only 6 three-pointers and made 2. Neto opening, kicks out to Stockton. There's a three-point try right on cue.
Well, good job, Neto, breaking down his man, not using the screen, draw and kick. It's a drill you work on every day in practice.
Stockton has 4 points. Hansbrough, Neto approaching 30 seconds to play. And good drive by Ben Hansbrough. Still a 9-point Utah lead here in game 2 of our championship day in Summer League. Neto waiting patiently. Miles Bosic with a high screen. Good pass. Bounced it to him, and Miles Bosic, though, traveling. Oh, he pleads his case. And he said, I got pushed.
Yes,
still protesting the call.
He said travel for. He said, I don't think so.
I don't think so. No push. No push. And we play on. Final seconds ticking away in the third. Hill, Orlando Johnson, he's hit those threes and hits another. His 4th of the game.
Draw and kick, partner.
And a steal. Johnson again. Another close game. Our first one was like that as well. With Miami and Detroit. Hansbrough, Rasul Butler. Rasul.
The savvy veteran puts the ball on the floor, gets to the sweet spot, and knocks it down.
And it's a 5-point game. Dennis Scott and Vince Cellini with you. NBA TV crew working hard all week to bring you these games. Wall to wall during the day. Seeing some of the young stars in the NBA getting their first taste of professional basketball. Here's Butler. Seen that before for many years.
That's a routine practice shot. In practice, coach says pump fake, give me 2 dribbles, get to that elbow area and knock it down.
Kick out to Michael Stockton. Stockton drives, and that's in and out. Thiam has it. Comes Indiana. Hansbrough pushing. Butler will try again. That one is off. And rebounded by Roberts. Out to Neto. Neto probing. On the wing to Roberts, down to Maho Basic. Basic. Strong move. Across the lane and flips it up and in.
Well, he's shown all week long that he has a pretty decent touch around the basket. He takes his time and gathers himself.
Here's Butler, and Hansbrough will try the three. Leaves that one short, and Butler tracks it down. Back to Hansbrough. This time slipping it to Thiam, and he is fouled on his way to the basket. And it will send him to the line. Indiana trying to carve into this Utah lead in the number 3 and 4 game of championship day on Friday. Thiam hits his first. Jabril Thiam.
One shot.
And now we'll try for the second. Lead is 6. Basic. Looking. Will we see it again? That same move. Tried to get there.
Well, what you see Utah running, it's one of their direct post plays. They used to like to run for Al Jefferson. Now they're going to run it for Cantor in favors, but they like to run a split cut with the passer and the guard at the top to keep the defense honest. That gives my box working room down low.
Neto. That short. Basic was looking for contact. Nothing there, and now we have a foul. Oh, we have a travel.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So we'll go back to Utah.
You hear the assistant coach say, good job, but give it to the point guard, baby, and get out and run.
Michael Stockton. Orlando Johnson will pick him up. And now Neto on Hansbrough. Leaves it for Gaffney, and a good pass inside. Maho Basic cannot convert, but he stays with it. Hit again. Maho Basic will try one more time. And a traveling call.
Thanks that I play early.
Before the foul, and Maho Basic throws up his arms in frustration. Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. That call came from up top. Rasul Butler. Butler swooping past Gaffney. And he scores.
The savvy veteran. Rasul Butler, the savvy 10-year vet, one dribble, high off the glass.
Now here's where Utah has to be careful now. So Indiana's cutting into their lead. 7 minutes to go. Two well-played games we've had here in Summer League.
That's been impressive, Vince, knowing it's the last day of the week. Guys could easily mail it in, but they realize it's a prime opportunity.
Hansbrough stayed with that. Johnson's three-point try, no good. And Indiana keeps. Here's Hansbrough for three. Nope. And Gaffney has it. So Indiana coming up empty a couple of times. Stockton. Good drive.
Well, that's why we talk about early offense. Throw the ball ahead, give your wingman a chance to attack the defense. Excuse me.
Hansbrough stolen away by Gaffney. Gaffney has a trailer. Couldn't find him. And then Roberts gives